Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
Welcome back, everyone. Look at the big fucking old married old fucking head you're in.
Big throbbing old veiny
The big old
married
veiny
head.
old married old miserable old
bald
head.
and old miserable old broke head. Yeah.
Woo! I'll tell you what. Great fucking weekend. Jesus Christ, it was a great weekend. The one gone there where you were gone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, we had a great crack all together. Fucking hell, just not having you around was just what a blessing.
Will we start chronologically?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Or did you have another way of attacking
No,
it?
I just wanted to just attack it and just go, how are you?
Wait, okay.
But sure, what do I know? I'm not a professional podcaster.
Well,
or
only
whatever.
because I have a scatter of notes here and I thought to myself, there's little subjects we have to touch on.
First of all, before Ray goes into any of his notes, everybody, okay, I won't hear anything else but this next words to start off as a premise for the whole podcast.
Yes.
Ray was running around like a bollocks for 2 days organising his own festival. Just happened to be his wedding. Christ almighty. He landed back into the house an hour before the wedding. I said, Ray, we might put the suits on now, will we? You said, okay, we will. He was down setting up the room before that.
Yeah.
Christ, he was treating it like Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
It was actually like every gig I've ever done in that. I was about just enough time to get into the suit scene to get the gig
going. It was frustrating. And then the other thing I'd say to you is that as well, he was nervous, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But
why was he nervous?
Because I said to you, Ray, usually the groom and the groomsman will be down at the venue a half an hour beforehand to greet people as they come in.
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, we'll go.
Yeah.
And then waited. I said, Ray, 20 minutes. And you said, no, we'll give it a few more minutes. And I said, Ray, we have to go now.
Yeah.
And Ray said to me, I'm just going to step out into the back kitchen on my own for a minute.
Oh, yeah, did you?
And you did.
Yeah, for a pee.
Yeah, for a pee, was it?
Yeah.
In the back kitchen. There was no toilet out
there. There was a toilet in the back kitchen. You just weren't out there.
No. And I knew by the head in you were going, I don't want to do this. There was a full regret. You were saying I've made a terrible mistake.
The back door was closed.
Yeah, I locked the back door because I knew he'd do a rudder.
Yeah.
He would have been halfway back to Sligo before he knew it.
Yeah.
So that he was nervous beforehand.
Yeah. I got married, folks, anyone that hasn't been listening. This is the first time coming to the podcast.
Ray got married.
Ray got married twice.
Yeah, he did get married twice.
We have to talk about that.
We'll talk to them, yeah. Because
Yeah.
can we say why you got married twice, or do we know why you got married twice?
Oh, I'll be telling the full story of why we got married twice.
Lovely. Okay, so we're going to go chronological order. I'm going to shut up now. You won't hear me now for the next half an hour.
I see. I need your commentary because I merely have the bits.
This is the end of my podcast. I won't say a word now for the next
No,
half an hour.
don't be like that.
No, I won't. No. If you know me, Ray, I'm a great listener. Some people say that to me. They say, Mark, do you ever think about yourself, or are you always just listening to people? And I say, I find that I haven't much to say most of the time. I find that in my own head, I'm just going, I'd love to just hear Ray's opinion.
No, I don't want to give it. I want to just.
And I don't jump in on top of when someone else is talking either a lot.
But that's what's great about you. I'm now going to just introduce subjects, and you're going to give me your opinion on them.
I won't say, Ray, I'm going to be across the board. It's all you from here on out. I won't say a word now from now on.
Okay.
So
we have to start first of all because we left off in episode 217 with the suit.
Yeah, okay. I won't say a word.
It's only funny when you say a word.
I'm not going to say it.
The suit anyway.
Yeah. I don't want to say I told you so. This is the last thing I'm going to say for the next half hour. I told Ray for a full year I told him.
Full year you told me.
I said, there's nothing classier than a black tux.
Black tux.
Don't be arsing around, man. We've worn them for 100 years. If you look at our great-great-grandparents, 1920, going out for a dance, and all that, they all wore a black tux on their wedding day, and 100 years later, it still looks great. Ray said, Kendy, you're a shit fashionista.
Yeah.
I don't believe a word you say. I'm going to go buy my own one up in McGee's.
Yeah.
And fucking McGee, man. McGee didn't work out. Sean Riley rang me Tuesday before the wedding. I'm not saying that after this, Ray. This is the end of it.
Right.
Rang me on the Tuesday. He said, I'm going in now to EJ's to try and sort something out with Ray's bad suit.
So now we're picking up where we left off.
Yeah. I said, Sean, just put him into a black tux, please. I'm not saying but get him one. Just put him into one and let him look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Sean said the shoulders were up, as in back. Big confident stance the second you put on a black tux.
Yeah. There was
another. I told you so.
There was another suit scene. There was a Defence Forces green suit. What do you say with the Defence Forces?
Where was the FCA? They were out in the full FCA suit as well. Now I have to say the green suit. I know the green suit round about needs.
Yeah, but it put 10 years on me, and I look like a history teacher.
No, yeah.
So I went from geography teacher in the Graham McGee.
You look like you was like, and this is a veteran. He did 10 years in the FCA. A big shout out to Ray.
Yeah.
And he gained 3 medals while he was in the FCA. One for peeling spuds. He was one of the best spud peelers.
The problem was I was 10 years older.
One for outliving 2 of the dogs that were in the barracks in Athlone as well. He got a medal for that. That's the suit that you had on. One of those old FCAs.
Anyway, you're right. After a year of telling me, the tux looked tremendous.
A little tux sheen.
Little tux. Now, there was bits to it. I've never worn a tux.
Yeah.
So they started off with something I'm well used to, a black pant.
Lovely.
And it sat lovely on me.
Oh.
And then they put on a nice shirt with black buttons.
Yeah.
And again, beautiful.
Black buttons on a tux.
Then a velvet suit jacket. Yeah.
Now, I know what you're thinking.
Well,
oh my God, Ray wore a velvet suit jacket. Who do you think he is? Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, exactly. I did feel small, but I did feel kind of, that's nice.
And the great thing about that black velvet suit jacket and Hugh Hefner is he banged every hooer in the world.
That's true.
And
something I've now given up.
But you get to feel when you put on a velvet tux jacket, like
the spirit of Hugh.
Yeah, you can bang every hooer in you feel like you banged every hooer in the world.
Then,
you feel like he's Mickey.
Then
his old wrinkly old balls and everything.
Then came.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
I'm not saying nothing from now on. Right. I'm done.
So then came the 2 things that I hadn't worn before. Braces.
Yeah.
So he said, first of all, I asked him, I said, can I get a belt with this? Because I like to keep a trouser up.
He said, no bother. Left hook into the jaw. Whoa!
Out of the Tom there, and he's very place room. So first of all, anyway, he pulled up my trousers. He said, you're wearing your trousers too low. Apparently I've been, and this is where you come in now. I've been laughing at you for a while with your big high waistband.
Isn't it funny that?
But it's funny enough now. It turns out I've been wearing my trousers too low, and I've been wearing a shoe a size too big for me for a long time.
Okay, can we get back to the trouser bit? Yeah. And I'm done after this now.
You're right. We'll never get into this. Will be a long episode.
Stop calling Kendy a stupid bastard every week when he wears. Okay, listen to me now. Yeah. When you're wearing a suit, there's nothing worse than wearing a suit with an old bad belt underneath your gunt.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did.
If you wear a suit pant underneath your belly, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
So the perfect suit pant is a suit pant that doesn't actually need a belt. It's one that closes in on a waist, and when I say waist, it's above your hip bones.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the shirt tucks into that.
Yes.
It may. Not too much, not above your
much,
ditties.
Yeah, not up above the ditties.
But it has to sit right. Like there's nothing worse than old pants falling down.
This sat right, in fairness. And then when he said I have no belt, I said, well, is there a waistcoat? He said, yes, you can put a waistcoat with it, but you'll have to buy it in another shop because I'm not selling you one.
I wore a waistcoat in my tux now.
He said with the velvet jacket you can't.
No, you can't with a velvet jacket.
Then he introduced these 2 things that I was unfamiliar with.
Now.
Braces.
Now.
Which all I can say is for the whole day I just felt more like what women go through because it kept slipping off my shoulders.
It took me 20 minutes to put them on.
I swear to God, it was the worst. It was probably one of the worst style choices of the day. I was about 3 hours into the day before I realised my braces were down around my elbows. I was going, what is wrong with that? I feel really weird.
Yeah, they only sit on certain shoulders.
Yeah, they're not my shoulders aren't suitable for them.
You have our slumpy old
shoulders. Slumpy old, easy going shoulders. Yeah. But then, is it a cummerbund or cummerband?
Yeah, Benedict Cummerbund is what it is.
This little, it's like a big blindfold that you put over your gunt.
Yeah, you put the blindfold over your gunt. It's like your fucking God forgive me now for this, but it's like your gunt has been taken over by ISIS and they're sending out a video of your gunt.
Yeah.
We're going to chop the gunt off now in 15 minutes unless
get the money.
Free, whatever.
But this cummerbund, I don't know what you call it now. Maybe
it's a Benedict Cummerbund.
It's a Benedict Cummerbund that you wrap around your gunt.
It's a Benedict Cumbergunt. It's a Cumbergunt.
But it's supposed to hide the shirt and the top of the trouser from view.
So sometimes when you tuck a shirt into a pant like that, especially at the level you're doing, it does have that kind of flabby bit.
Yeah.
So they're saying we'll cover up the flab on you.
Yeah.
And you won't see that untucked kind of unneat shirt.
The cummerbund continued the whole way through the day until I took the shagging thing off.
That's the other thing as well, is it took me 20 minutes to put that on him as well, lads.
Yeah.
We changed it about 5 times before we went down. I had to dress Ray, by the way. Sean was a great best man.
Yeah. Well,
I was in there putting everything on you.
Sean was otherwise engaged because we had a third groomsman, Barry O'Sullivan, who continued to lose things from his suit bag.
He came in at one stage and said, lads, he came in at one stage and he said, there's no dicky bone in my suit. And we said, are you sure? No, definitely not.
And looking at me like it was my problem.
No dicky bone, mate. Sean said, I'll have a look. Not 15 seconds later, he said, there it is there now. Where was it? Oh, exactly in the bag is all.
Barry missed his wife with him.
Yeah, and do you know what, Barry? If you are listening, I completely get that as well, because I'd be all over the place without Nicola as well.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I can't be going around the place trying to make sure that I have everything brought with me. Like, sometimes I'll say to Nicola, I don't think I have it. That's you know what I mean? She's put everything in a bag that she knows I will forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get it, Barry. There's nothing worse than a fella running
well,
around.
Well, Barry had previous experience. He went to another wedding and he got a suit off another suit supplier, not EJ or McGee's, and they forgot to put the trouser into it. So he landed down into Kerry or something or somewhere down the country, and he had a suit with no trouser.
A lot of trust put into it there, because I did say to Sean when I saw them hanging in the beautiful schoolhouse, I said,
hope they're all there.
I haven't tried that on.
Yeah. Is it all there?
Like, we're getting married in an hour, all of us.
Yeah, none of us have tried it on.
I haven't tried that on.
But that's what EJ's, that's what they do.
But that's what they do. Now, can you imagine if you would pull that same stunt with the McGee suits? I haven't tried that on.
No, yeah, it wouldn't have been.
And you put it on and went, shit.
I look like a geography
But
teacher.
you just trust the EJs.
Yeah.
Something you had to crawl back like a useless sack of shite.
That's enough about the suit.
Back
now.
in.
Yeah. Anyway, so the suits got on. That was us. What else happened? We were down below.
Well, you got married.
We got married, yeah. Sorry, I talked the whole time with the suit scene. No, hold on, I get my listing out here.
Yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
You brought us all down. You did exactly that. You said we have to go down and meet people. Yeah. It was like a funeral. Everybody got off the bus outside the front of the house, and they came round in the pissing rain. We got lovely weather for it.
Beautiful weather.
I know, in fairness, it was lovely.
It actually did settle.
It did settle nicely, yeah. But the people came in all at once. And me, you, Sean and Barry were flat out shaking hands. How are we doing? Thanks very much.
Yeah, I got out of the way eventually.
Yeah.
Because that's actually a job for the best man and the groom.
Thanks very much, yeah.
Because I was very aware of this all day as well. Because you know me, Ray.
Yeah.
I'm very quiet me. I like to stay out of the way. And I was very aware of that. And I'm like that in the podcast here too. I'm always giving, Ray.
Yeah,
some people say to me, do you ever stop giving, Mark? And I said, you know what my problem is? I'm just afraid of taking. That's what I do.
Afraid of taking it.
I'm afraid of taking this. I do say to them.
Yeah.
I tried to get out of the way because it's not my gig.
Yeah. It was a lot now, I have to say.
So,
a lot to meet 140 people in the space of 12 minutes.
But I knew you had to do that.
I
should be the only one that was panicking about that.
I was too busy down in the pavilion trying to get the thing set up.
I mean, I can't stress this enough how hilarious it was. We landed the day before for what was supposed to be a weekend of crack. We booked this whole place to ourselves. You know, there was whatever. Breakfast. There was maybe 25 of us or 30 the day before, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you were nowhere to be seen.
I was down setting it up.
You were down with Shinny Viggins.
Right. And David on the lights. Setting up everything.
Yeah. And I was going, I realised having given out going, like, are we going to be enjoying this whole thing? Like, is Ray going to come and see us? Like, we came down the day before and I realised he's in this happy place.
I was in my happy place.
Setting up a wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great having long debates with Andrew, the gentleman that ran the place.
Yeah.
You know, can I put that there? And he go...
No one's ever done that before.
No one's ever put that there, and I wouldn't advise it.
The people that ran that place were unreal.
Yeah.
So the people that ran it, and then the event planners, those people as well, they were unreal. But I did find it, I had to put their minds at ease.
Oh.
They've never seen a wedding like that before. You came in with speakers and lights and desks, and they were going, what?
What are you doing?
We had to put their mind at ease going,
don't worry, you'll be fine.
You don't realise who's getting married here.
It's his favourite thing to do.
They were like, what is going on here? Why is, like, at one stage they were like, why is all the speakers there? And I said, don't worry, there's professionals handling them.
It always looks worse than what it'll be.
It always looks louder than what it is. Can I say another thing as well? And I'm going to shut up after this now.
Yeah, I hope
so. Vinny Higgins, number one, is my favourite person in the whole world.
Sligo's premier mic stand provider.
He is something else. I've come across a lot of sound engineers in my time, most of which are bastards.
Yeah.
Stressed out of their minds going, you say, can I have a DI box there? Well, sure, what? Like, I mean, you think I'm just running around for you, is it? Yeah. I just asked you a question, that's all. Like, so Vinny is so calm and collected. He ran around more than you did for the 2 days.
Well, I had to ask him in advance. I said, Vinny, you're going to run around a lot now.
He was so calm and collected. And my favourite thing ever was when he, you know, when the meal finished and we were pulling out the PA for the band to get set up, we pulled out all the big speakers.
All the big speakers we'd hidden.
And as we were pulling them out, there was a table of, we'd say, an older clientele from the wedding.
Yeah.
Right beside one side of the speakers.
Yeah.
And they said to Vinny and me when we were pulling out the speaker, is that going to be awful loud? And Vinny said, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't
dress it up.
at a wedding. Usually go, no, I'll make sure now, and you're lying to them.
Yeah.
Where you are now, this is going to be loud. You're at the loudest part of this whole
but it's
thing.
all right. I reseated those people.
Yeah, but that's all you have to do. But I just loved Vinny without a beat. Just said to them, They're loud.
They're loud. They're as loud as they look.
They're as loud as they look. That's a loudspeaker now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we had to explain
That's what they call them.
We had to a loudspeaker. We had to explain this to the venue people as well. The engineer that's running this whole rig, just because there's loads of speakers doesn't mean it's loud.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how to make it sound right.
Yeah.
I promise you he does. And my favourite part was when all the crack was going on, using those speakers and those lights and all that, is that the staff had their phones out going, we have never seen this in this room before.
Fair play
this
to Vinny.
is unreal.
And David.
You could see it. You could see them. You could see the turnover of the anxiety going,
Yeah.
oh my God, I get
it's
it.
nice now.
I get
Yeah.
it now. Look at this place.
And I had stopped worrying about it.
No soup. They knew about that, but we'll get on to that. I'm shut up now, Ray, because
Good.
I just want to, I'm a listener now.
I have to give, yeah.
I just want to listen.
So
I want to hear about you, Ray, and how you enjoyed it.
we're just back at the ceremony. We're going to get the food now.
Fuck me, we'll be.
But the ceremony there now was great. Fair play to us.
But that's the big part.
Very nervy. Laura landed in, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Fair play to Lorraine O'Reilly, Sean O'Reilly's sister,
Yeah.
and Marie, my
Marie.
sister. They did the music, and they were marvellous. And
it
again,
was-
Vinnie Higgins was doing a mighty job.
It was angelic.
It was very angelic.
And then I've never seen Anton Seuss, that venue and that reception better than the three boys.
Oh, the Rackhouse Boys.
Well, they're not called the Rackhouse
No,
Boys.
Hugh, Les, and Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bluegrass is finest.
fuck me, bluegrass and Americana in that vibe was beautiful,
Beautiful.
absolutely beautiful.
Now, the food.
I'm going to shut up now.
The food, on a previous podcast, you lambasted the gourmet.
Have you seen the T-shirt behind my
Kitchen.
head? You can't see it
Yeah.
on the video. It says, "Where's the soup, Ray?"
There was a protest.
Yeah, there was.
arranged by Vinnie Higgins. Of all the men that run round.
It was a dirty protest.
It was a dirty
Vinny
protest.
shite outside. Vinny Higgins organised the protest.
Just as we sat down for the dinner,
Yeah.
ye all went away.
He called me out the day before. He said, "Mark, we're going first."
What size t-shirt are you? XXL or
Yeah.
XXXL?
And he said, "Have a look at this," and he had them
Yeah.
ready to go.
Where's the soup Ray written on the front of the t-shirt?
Where's the soup, Ray? written
But
on
I
the
felt so
t-shirt?
embarrassed because obviously the staff and everybody seen that.
Yeah.
And they knew there was no soup.
Yeah.
They're not used to getting protested.
Well, my favourite thing
You're
is
like Stop Oil now, let you.
EJ Ella.
Oh, there was an EJ at the event.
The guy who was running all the food. Ray decided, because my one thing was like, let's not let the staff see that because it's only a joke thing. Ray was like, EJ, come over here and see what they're wearing. And I had to explain to him, oh, it's because you've no soup. And he was like,
Oh.
yeah, I get it, yeah. I was like, oh fuck, I look like a bollocks. He had to go back into the staff and say, protest going on outside there.
There's guests outside with t-shirts going, where's the soup?
Yeah, where's the soup?
Yeah. Let's talk about the cauliflower.
Yeah.
What I believe your thoughts on the cauliflower were less than positive when I introduced them to you a couple of
So, yeah.
Was it nice? Liam is listening now, the man that made the cauliflower.
So, I just don't like cauliflower. I thought it was a nice idea to roast it and fry it. I think you threw it into an air fryer or
But
something.
did you eat it?
I ate one piece of it, yeah.
And was it nice?
And I went, yep.
That's nice.
But I didn't need any more of it.
Really?
Yeah, well, I wasn't really into that. What I love, and not to change completely, but you know, like if you like blend up a load of vegetables
Yeah.
into a liquid and heat it up.
Yeah. I didn't know what you were talking about.
That's my
second
favourite
there.
start.
I was going, where are you going with this? What is that? And, oh, it's soup. Was the food okay? Were you hungry after
So,
it?
I have to say, the beef for the main.
Yeah. We did beef for
Now
salmon.
you were missing the middle. You were missing the middle course.
Oh, the Volavant.
Or maybe a Volavant or something.
But I mean, did you need it?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, oh man, I was starved out.
Even with the crisp ball that we threw up down
the
the back.
crisp ball was gone, man, within minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised. I put that crisp ball up and it was the talk of the wedding. It was the talk of the wedding.
When we came in, it was obviously, we came in at 6 o'clock into the tent for the dinner.
Yeah.
But we did the speeches first.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about speeches now.
Yeah.
But everybody, you could see the crisp ball got an awful doing.
Oh, the crisp ball got tore out of it.
They were expecting to come out and there'd be dinner thrown out of them straight away. No,
Yeah.
40 minutes of speeches.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they devoured the chickadees.
yeah, the chickadees cooking awful doing.
Oh, the meanies took it awful to it, mate.
Well,
Everyone was smelling their hand after
Let's
back.
talk about Sean O'Reilly's speech. Now, there was other
No,
speeches.
sorry.
My father.
The beef. The beef was the best
Oh,
beef
you
I've
wanted the
ever
beef.
eaten in my whole life. It was the best fucking main course I've ever eaten in my whole life. It was
Good.
unreal. And
Good.
now let's go on to Sean O'Reilly's speech.
Sean
First of
O'Reilly-
all, by the way, Sean O'Reilly's speech was so great. Everyone gave such great speeches. Yeah,
Yeah.
but who fucking, you know.
You were MC.
And you know me now, Ray. I'm very, I'm quite selfless.
Yeah.
You know. They asked me to MC it because, well, who's going to be the fella who actually pulls the whole thing together?
Yes.
Oh, well, we'll just call on Mark. Even though he's a piece of shit groomsman who isn't the best man.
Yeah.
Actually, we need him to drive this whole bus.
Yeah.
So I had to get up and say, everyone, sit down. We're going to do the speeches now. I'm going to introduce you to everyone. Because Sean O'Reilly wouldn't do that. He's a great man when the words are in front of him. But if he has to free flow us.
No, I can't do that.
Boom. Go left. Go right. Have a turn around. Have a look over at the table that we're giving out about the speakers. Go over there. I do all that.
You did.
I
Very
pretended
well.
to cry whenever Suzanne
to
gave the speech. The best mother speech I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah.
And Emma gave a great speech as well.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
She's bridesmaid. And my father told a lovely story about how the time he used to kick the ball up in the air and he used to say, I'll give you 1,000 euro if you can catch it.
He fucking
And I
knew well.
never, ever,
He
ever
knew well.
got a cent.
He fucking knew well you'd never catch
No.
it.
But Sean's speech was marvellous. Sean had recited this speech how many times roughly in the weeks before?
I heard that speech 30 times. He was over at the house here every day.
There was about 8 people that could have probably said the same speech from memory at that point.
In typical Sean fashion, he wrote it, fair play to him.
Yeah.
I wrote but most of it. I know I didn't. I helped him out in writing it. Nicola helped him out then in the diction of it. And then Louise printed it off from him, wrote it out. Louise typed it out from him.
Yeah.
So a big fair play to Sean for doing 25% of the speech.
But two of the standout moments from Sean's speech was he started speaking about, things that I might have spent money on in the run up to the wedding.
My favourite fucking part, my favourite part of the wedding was having to console Carmel and ML.
My parents.
Your parents, when Sean made the joke that the McGee suit cost £4,500.
Apparently my father actually, out of anger, stamped his fist on the table.
I have never in my life, I panicked.
Laura was at me going, you have to tell him. Tell him it wasn't 4,500.
I panicked because I wrote that joke.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You said you have to make everything
Now, I
bigger.
would have said it differently.
Yeah.
Sean said it like it was true.
Oh, he did.
He said the grand total of £4,500. I wanted it to be said like when Ray went down and bought them a suit for a grand total of about £4,500.
Oh,
that's
I
what it
see.
should
Yeah.
He said it too literal.
He did.
Sean's a reader. He's not a performer. You have to have that pizzazz, that kind of. And if I was given that speech, which a lot of people said I should have actually,
Yeah,
a lot of
people did say
people
that,
were
yeah.
saying you should have given. ML and Carmel would have went. Well, it obviously wasn't. He's messing. I never saw a face like Michael's face when he thought that you spent £4,500.
Yeah, I spent most of the evening
suit.
reassuring him. I ended up having to show him the receipt.
We had to say to him,
Yeah,
I promise you, it didn't.
Please, yeah. He was vexed.
Yeah, it was a joke that Sean told terribly because he shouldn't have been given the speech. It should have been me.
Should have been you.
Yeah.
I think Sean did very well though at the same time.
I thought, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He did do very well.
Yeah. A lot of my material in that speech.
But look, it's great. It's great the man that can give it away.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be one for taking it.
Did you like the... No.
You like to give it.
I like to give out all the...
Yeah.
Did you like the sentimental part where he spoke really well about you?
Yeah. Who did that?
No, Sean wrote that.
Sean wrote that. Yeah. You wouldn't like to take it, like.
No, I don't. Sometimes you have to give out the fair dues.
Yeah. And some of the really good stories he picked to say, they were all Sean.
In fairness, they were his. Now.
They were Sean, yeah.
He was telling me all the stories, and I said, they're all great stories, Sean. I'll write them down now.
Yeah, that's
properly.
very good, yeah.
No, I didn't. Sean wrote all that himself. There was... And I hate it because it's not right for anyone at the wedding. You should be ashamed of yourselves. For the 40 or 50 or 60 people that came up to me and said, you were the real best man today.
Really?
That's not right. It's not right.
You're saying a third of the wedding came up to you and told you that?
They're the only ones that had the courage to come up and say it. And I do want to say it to you, I think it's disgusting. I thought Sean did exactly what he should have done, the bare minimum. And I don't think it's right that you start, it can't all be, I'm just this dynamic character, obviously.
Yes.
Right? But that doesn't mean that I should be the best man at everything. Am I the best man?
Yes.
Well, a lot of people would say, yeah, that's true. But what does that mean in the long run? Does that mean that, maybe Sean was the best man for you? No, he wasn't. But maybe it's possible. This is it. It's possible he could have been.
Are you going to shut up now?
And I thought he'd done a fine job.
Yeah, he did a fine
I'm
job.
done now talking, Ray.
Yeah.
This is all about you from now. It's your wedding day.
One of
Ray.
the things that you weren't involved in.
Was the night.
Was
the night of the wedding.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I had nothing to do
we'll
with
get
that,
to the-
even though I was looking in the window.
We'll get to the night of the wedding. There was a gentleman involved in that. But I'll move on.
Jesus, lucky Laura.
There was a bit of a surprise planned for Laura.
Oh.
Now, the reason I was stuck in the tent the day before, setting up for as long as I was setting up, was because of this bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I have to give a big shout out to Karen Gordon and all the members and participants and staff of the
Patrick Fitzrobbie
of the pop-up theatre company here in Sligo.
I think it was a brainchild of Patrick Fitzrobbie.
It was Patrick Fitzrobbie's Robbie Fitzpatrick's brainchild. He wanted to be seen at the wedding.
My favourite thing. This is it. This is it. You just said it, actually.
Yeah.
This is it. I love... So, Ray and Laura got engaged. And Laura said to all of her theatre friends, I'm after getting engaged. And they said, yes, we will. Yes, we will perform at the wedding. Of course we will. Yes.
Yeah, but there was no sanction of this.
Thank you so much indeed. Yes, we will perform, please. Thank you.
Only when I rang, and I finally, it was me or Sean, I think, rang, and we kind of said, would there be any chance we'd get something to surprise Laura? And they said, they've already done it.
Yeah, they said,
funny enough, we have one. This is one we've prepared earlier.
Yeah, like they have all of this in line. So they have 2 or 3 more ready just in case someone else.
Just in case, for the next couple of weddings.
Yeah, for the next couple of weddings.
So the whole crew of Pop-Up Theatre basically put together a medley of musicals, which they ultimately performed on the night after the dessert.
Musicals that Laura was either in or loves.
Yeah. And it was all started off by Robbie Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
And he got up and he pretended to be drunk.
He was out of it.
Which my mother believed hook, line and sinker.
Yeah.
And was looking at me with a big worried head and they're going, could someone take the microphone off that fella?
Yeah, how did he?
But
that's good acting.
But then they burst into song.
Yeah.
And it was tremendous.
It was unreal for about 15 minutes. And I've told you this, Ray. That kind of stuff, whether you're a magician or you're performing that stuff like that, I get really awkward.
You did, so you left.
But I was about to leave. I had a hidden trap doer put in. You think you were the only one working for 2 days?
Yeah, sure. You're doing tunnel dog.
I had a smoke bomb in my pocket. I was going to throw it. And then I'd be gone then. It was fucking brilliant.
I was very good now.
I was like, oh, there's another one over there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Lukey's up behind me. How did he come out? Neve's over there playing a fiddle. Jesus Christ of Almighty. A violin, they call it, Ray. You don't call it fiddle.
I know, I was insulting her all week calling her a fiddle.
Fiddle. You're fiddling away. I got in trouble for chatting to her at the wedding as well. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone said, why were you gone for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
I didn't realise. Yeah. Just riveting cover. You know when 2 expert musicians come together?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Fuck you. That's what happened. Anyway, it was the best performance I've ever seen. It was
bad though. It was not a great way to start a marriage because I lied to Laura for weeks beforehand.
Yeah, but that's what all marriages are based on, white lies.
Okay, that's cool.
Does this look nice? Yep.
Yep.
You know.
After we got out of that,
is that my baby?
We had the band. Yep. Band were Soul Power.
Yeah.
They got Noel Kenny dancing, which is a testament to any band.
I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't get much bigger than that.
No.
That is like, you know when people say top #1 premiere, we get people on the dance floor. Filling dance floor since 2019. Their slogan should be, got Noel Kenny dancing.
we made Noel Kenny dance.
That should be the quote on the yoke. I'll tell you one thing, Ray. I couldn't help myself. They played an hour of soul music for the first hour.
Yeah.
And I found myself... Right? Myself and a gentleman called Paul Newells.
Who you could hear singing over the band at all times.
He was louder. But my favourite thing is, we couldn't help ourselves, and he probably won't remember this, but you know soul music gets you into that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
We both turned into like a 60s black soul. We kept going round to everyone on the floor go, come on, motherfucker, let's get this motherfucker. Yo, come on, girl, give me all that motherfucker. That's what we were going around the floor to. We couldn't help it.
No. It gets up inside you.
Yeah, it gets up inside you. Nicola said to me at one stage, and they should put this on there, Soul Power should put this underneath it as well.
Yeah.
I've never seen you do that move. That's what Nicola kept saying. Nicola looked at me and went, I've never seen you do that move. I said, Nicola, I don't know what's happening.
I tried to do the splits because they had... They had a singer.
Only for he had the cumbergunt.
Yeah, only the cumbergunt. I would have split it, and I tried to split. There's actually a picture of me attempting to do it with the face full of concentration, and Laura pure worried behind me.
Oh, gee,
and behind Laura, my mother pure worried behind her.
Yeah, because they weren't insured for that move.
No,
they weren't. That
I wasn't going to make
insured.
it. No. But they were marvelous. One of the highlights of the Soul Power show is, besides the fact that they actually come out and they're playing on the dance floor, they also have a big long didgeridoo.
Do they?
Yep, the lead singer has a big long didgeridoo.
I must have missed that, did I?
Yeah, no, they bring it out.
Did I miss that?
The keyboard player helps him to carry the big long didgeridoo.
Of course it does.
And he just hold the mic up to the end of the big long didgeridoo.
No.
And the piano player, he blows into the big long didgeridoo. Right. And then everybody then does the what do you call the thing where you go under the big long didgeridoo?
Oh, a limbo.
A limbo.
Yeah.
Under the limb.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I wouldn't be long ringing every ambulance if I tried to limbo.
That was really good, yeah.
Wait, how did I miss that?
You must have been out talking to Neve Crowley.
I must have been chatting to Neve Crowley.
This is the hour and a half of the show you didn't get.
I missed everything because I was out chatting. Yeah. But I just find her so fascinating. I can't help it. Like, such a life she has. Fucking hell. Such a life she had, like.
That was the...
she lost it all then when she married that fella. No, Joe, that's terrible. They're beautiful, beautiful people.
That's true.
I'm only saying, Ray. You can't say that now, like.
The volume was the band. Brendan said the volume of the band was the best. Yeah, he didn't have to shout at anybody.
That is Shinny Viggins in a nutshell.
Shinny Viggins.
You know when you bring in every speaker in the country and people go, I don't know about this. If you have an operator like Vinnie Higgins operating that, it doesn't matter. He could bring in a festival rig and make it sound well in a sitting room.
Yeah, he's very good.
He is unfucking real. Can all wedding bands turn down the music? Can all wedding bands turn down the music?
To suit Brendan and his big old-fashioned head in them.
Isn't that perfect, Brendan?
Or could Brendan maybe invest in a small pair of earplugs?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, or tissue. You can actually use tissue.
No, it's from the conversation point of view.
Oh, yeah.
From a conversation point of view. Do you know what you do, Brendan? Yeah. Why don't you stay at home and chat to someone in the sitting room? If you want to have a conversation, yeah? Because if we're going out bus gutting, busting guts. Busting guts.
Yeah.
Did I just have a full panic attack?
You had a few full stroke. With a look at you.
You got it. Sometimes, loud is loud, Ray.
We may have to talk about Tony
Brendan.
Travers. Tony Travers, right? Tony Travers, friend of the podcast.
I'm done after this. I'm not saying anything.
He's a man that likes dancing. So he preyed upon the women.
He did. It was disgusting. No,
all night long.
But Tony Travers is a salsa dancer. He salsa dances 7 nights a week.
And he likes to bring a with
He's
him when
brilliant.
He goes to a wedding.
And the confidence that it gives someone to be able to do that. So he goes out and he brings women out dancing.
No, forcibly escorts them onto the dance floor.
And what happens is they get wrecked.
He wrecks them.
He throws them around the floor.
Yeah.
They end up getting wrecked, right? And they end up sitting down then drinking a pint of water.
Yeah.
Going, Jesus Christ, I had to dance with him for 5 or 10 minutes. He was doing it for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
He finally
met his match.
He met his match when he dragged out Derek Sneeve.
Derek
Sneeve. Do you know what Brendan? Do you know what Tony said to me the next day in Lily's? He looked like a man shocked, like Bess. He said to me, "She must be an athlete or something." He was like looking into the distance, like what happened. I said, "Yeah, she's a camogie player, trained 7 nights a week."
Yeah.
He dragged her out. He said, "She can't be led, right?" He said to me, "She can't be led. She can't be led." I said, "Yeah, no, she's a leader." Like,
yeah.
So he dragged her out then to say, "I'll break this woman as well."
Yeah.
I look back 10 minutes later. Neve was on the dance floor on her own.
Yeah.
And he was sitting in the corner drinking a pint of water. He was fucking dead. She broke him.
Yeah.
She was the only woman to ever break Tony Travers and the salsa dancing.
Speaking of dancing, PJ the DJ took to the stage after the band.
He did.
He did. Fair play to him.
Fair play to
PJ, one of the
DJ.
biggest DJs ever come out of Ballina.
He's the best PJ DJ. I heard that, mate.
He got a big response from the people that seen him at the Hen.
No.
But the biggest thing was he did that cha-cha slide.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, I was looking around and there was a full-on line dancing experience happening on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Led by David Nash.
Apparently, David Nash takes on that responsibility. He says, again, when did you hear Lauren Ray got married? Yes, I will conduct the conga.
I will do the
rock
Macarena.
the boat. I will do the Macarena and I will do the cha-cha slide.
Yes.
He said, yes, of course I will. Why wouldn't I? Unreal. I love the people that decide, yeah, it's me. I am because someone has to take control of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it takes a big man to come out and say, yeah, leave it to me.
That was the end of the night.
That was it over.
It was over. We were married. We went back to the marital house.
We did.
Right.
We all got into the bed together.
No, we didn't. There was a bus. I wanted to make sure people got the bus.
What happened with the bus, Ray?
The bus.
We didn't have to worry about the bus.
No,
for anyone who doesn't know Ballintubbert.
Yeah.
House.
Estate.
Yeah. There's a load of obviously little way you can stay in tents on it. What are they called? Yurts. Or you can stay. We were staying in the old school that used to be on the land, and it's all beautiful. And you were staying in the big main estate house where all the slaves used to work outside.
That's
years
right.
ago,
Yeah. We should look at them.
Please, sir, can I have some dinner?
No, you can't.
After you've mowed that lawn without electricity. So. You were staying in there.
We were.
So there was loads of those little places.
So there was people
Not
staying.
enough though.
No.
30 people maybe?
There might have been about 20 that were... There was two buses.
No, more than 20.
There was two buses. The first
Going
bus...
back into Portleash so people could stay in the modern hotel.
With all the modern amenities.
Yes.
First bus took everybody with them, but then there was about 20 stragglers left that just the way.
And again...
Women that basically couldn't walk after Tony.
And back on me... It was like an infirmary.
Yeah.
They were all... I was patting their heads down with cold towels. They were all lying down in the sitting room. Yeah. I know. And I was like, we're going to need more towels and everything like that, like in World War II.
So I went out with people to try and
it was like a hospital in Chernobyl. Like I was like, I don't know what to do, strip them or something. I don't know, take off all their clothes and burn them. They're overheating here.
I went out to see could I will the bus to come. And then Brendan Tierney and Colin Hearn turned around to me and said, look, you can't be out here waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
Get in there now and perform your marital duties. Do you know?
And come back down to us in 3 minutes.
And come back down in 3 minutes when it's all over. When she's asleep, come back down to us. Yeah, when she's happy, come back down to us. But I went back into the house, and when I went back to the house, a session had broken out and taken hold.
No.
Darius Lack had pulled out a banjo. People had joined him.
Yeah.
Some people that were supposed to get the bus said, fuck this, we're not getting the bus
No.
now. We're going to play songs.
Yeah.
So I left all that madness below in the kitchen and I went upstairs to bed. And of course, the marital night had to be undertaken. And it was undertaken to the soundtrack of Noel Kenny performing songs downstairs.
What kind of rhythm? Were the slow songs?
He was singing a song called Lovin's for Fools.
Oh, I must have missed that. I went home as well.
Yeah.
Go on and love her
Not real.
forever.
A little bit of an off-putting thing when you're trying to get,
Well, you have
set
to
a
remember,
mood.
not now to, not to. I don't want to get too vulgar with this, but you move to the rhythm of the music.
Yeah.
So Ray was trying to bring his night to an end.
Yes. Trying to finish.
To this rhythm. Go on and love her, love her. Now imagine all of those claps as a pump. Laura's going, well, we'll be here in a week's time. If he doesn't hit into the Venga bus or something, we're never going to get this done. Yeah. The Venga bus is coming. And I'm done.
That's good, yeah, that's good. That was the end of the night.
Don't get too vulgar, Ray. You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
It was a good end to the night.
Great end to the night. Thanks, Noel.
Do you know something? That's disgusting, Ray, now that I think about it.
What?
You're dirty, disgusting, good for nothing.
Had to beat you. Have to.
Perverts.
Finish off the day.
Me and Nicola went home to sleep. I said to Nicola, do you know what I did at the end of the night?
What'd you do?
Me and Nicola got into bed, stripped off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, Vogel, you won't believe it. And we got into bed.
Yeah.
And I said, Nicola, I had a wonderful day with you. And we shook hands.
Yeah.
And we went to sleep.
And 9 months
Like
later, Ali
civilized-
showed up.
Like a civilized married couple.
Yeah.
After our wedding night, me and Nicola went home. And I said, Nicola, what a wonderful, wonderful day we have had. And I put on my little pajama hat with that goes over it like Scrooge.
Yeah.
And I said, Nicola, I'm now going to retire to my slumber. And we shook hands.
Yeah.
And 9 months later, Ali came out.
And Ali came out. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how...
That's
ye
how-
dirty perverts.
No, well, that was very similar.
You had her up in the cupboard. I would say she was on the sink. She was hanging out the window. She was waving to me. I said, I said, you're down yet.
Anyway, that was it.
I was only going for a little midnight walk.
That was
I had
it.
just had me warm glass of milk. Laura was up at the top. She was waving out to me, saying, how are you, Mark? I said, what the...
That was the end of the night.
Perverts.
Right? That was it. We all retired home then the following day. And we had a lovely time.
Yeah.
We went to the Costa del Athlone for our honeymoon.
You're not going to talk about the brilliant band that played your second night.
Oh, that's right. We did day 2 in Lily's with the brilliant band.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it just unreal?
The
Like,
roast band.
Ye now know, everyone at home, how much... Like, the stuff that I do that doesn't get recognised.
Yeah.
MCing your wedding.
Yeah.
Playing your day 2.
Playing our day 2.
Not a word. Was there any
Lovely-
word? Have you
lovely
said to me,
goujons.
we're recording now the guts of under an hour? I won't say how much under an hour because
No.
we might edit it.
Yeah.
You haven't once said to me, Mark, I want to say a big fair play to
A
you.
big fair play to you for everything you did and for playing the day 2. It was very kind of you. We were wrecked.
That was so bottomless.
Insincere.
It's so insincere.
Yeah. Anyway, we got through it. Went to our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Down to the Costa del Athlone.
Honeymoon, not loan.
Athlone, yeah.
That's
It's
right.
where all the good couples go.
Oh, yeah.
We had a lovely time. I had 3 baths every day. There was times where Laura go, where do you go? I'd be in the bath.
Do you know what? There's nothing else to do with that loan but have
No,
a bath.
that's all I had to do.
That's a good Saturday night out, that loan.
Yeah.
What you do?
Do you want to have a bath? Yeah.
I do baths.
I love a bath.
Did you have you were in the wine port?
We were in Wineport Lodge. It was lovely. Thankfully, we had a heap of vouchers from all sorts of people in work and people, friends of Laura's had given us vouchers.
Is
It was
that a
great.
blue book place?
It's one of them blue book
Is it?
places, yeah.
No.
And they charge you for everything.
Do they?
They do.
What do you mean? Like,
And that's the one
did
thing.
you use the soap?
What?
Did you use the
So
soap?
I used all the soap and we took whatever we didn't use with us.
Yeah. Have we talked about hotel soap on this before?
Aye, what
My
about
favourite
it?
thing is those bottles in the hotel. That's
they're
everything.
marvellous.
You know the thing
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, use it for soap here, everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The whole lot.
Bring it home, then you can actually put it in the engine.
Yeah.
Like I fucking
You can
love
make a
those
bath
things.
out of it.
Like, so what is in it then? Like,
Oh, soap.
like soap just does everything.
Soap
apparently.
does everything. It really
You know?
does. You know, that was the golden days. Soap was...
The golden days of soap, lads,
Golden
but they're
days
dead
of-
now, aren't they?
Now they've split up into different bottles.
They split them up and
It
they're all
might
at
say
€6.
shampoo on the front, but
Yeah.
it's just soap.
No, yeah, it's all soap. They split up into different bottles. They're all £6 now.
Yeah.
Elvive.
Soap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elvive soap. I won't get the soap.
We're in
Which
Wineport anyway. Lovely old food, lovely old drink, lovely old everything. We drank and had baths and whatnot. Came back from that and then we got married again.
Yeah, so Ray thought that one night of telling everyone how great he wasn't enough. So he got married again.
So the thing about it was we had an old solemnizer
Yeah.
down in Ballinturbert and
That's right.
she legally married us.
She sodomized you.
However, the people in Rome had not signed off on it at this point.
The Pope was livid.
Is livid. So in
I tell
order-
you, I never see. He rang me, Ray. He was ripping.
Was he? Francis.
He was absolutely
He
ripping.
was ready. What do you mean they did it without us?
He rang me up and he said, Mark, I'm trying my best to enjoy a little sheesh pipe here now with all the bishops.
All the Cardinals.
And I said, I'm sucking and sucking and sucking with the Cardinals here now on a wee sheesh pipe. Is that what they called him?
that's
And he
what they
said,
called him, yeah.
he said, I can't relax.
No.
He said, are you being honest now? Tell me the truth.
He did it without us.
Is he doing it without us?
Yeah.
And I said,
We had to rectify that.
I said, Francie, there's only so much I can do.
Popey.
I said,
Popey, my friend.
I said, Popey Fee, Popey F.
Popey F. Popey
I
fan.
said, what do you want me to do? He said, you're the man. Everyone looks up to you.
They do.
And I said, you know me now, Francie. I said, I like to, I don't like to be involved in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As well, he knows as well. I'm a very humble man.
Very humble man.
You know?
You like to give it.
So I said to him, look, do you know what? I said, let me have a chat with ML.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll see if ML can get them done down in Killala.
ML
I said, have you anyone down in Killala? He said, I have a man down there.
Yeah, he does.
I said, give me an hour.
Yeah.
I said, give me an hour.
So the week after, now this was all planned. It wasn't as the way Mark has just described it, like the papal interventions.
Well, then there's no crack on the podcast then, is there? There's no point in having any crack in the podcast then, is there? If you have to explain to people that we're messing.
That's funny.
What the fuck? Like, you had to explain to people there. No. Just let
Just
you know
in
now.
case people thought that you
That
you had anything to do with it.
that Popey Francie rag.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you all know there now, that was a joke in case you get the wrong idea. Now, let's get back to the serious stuff.
Right, serious stuff.
No more jokes
No
now,
more
Ray,
jokes out
please
of
now.
me. On Saturday, a week after getting married in Ballintubbard, we got married again in Coneil Parish Church down in Coneil in
So,
County Mayo.
can I ask and I mean this sincerely now,
Yeah.
why?
Why would you do that?
I got married in church,
You did.
but what I mean is why?
We wanted to do the nice bit of crack, easy going with friends crack. And that was a handy way of knocking the legal side of it out.
Okay.
Do you know? But then, in fairness, the church wedding was also an important thing to us.
Yeah.
And we said we could do that then, because I didn't know this before the wedding. A convalidation ceremony is where the church goes, we'll sign off on this.
Yeah.
So we said we'd do that the week after, because we also wanted to have the same anniversary as you and Nicola.
What is it about me that makes you want to copy everything I've ever done?
It just means that we have something, another
So it
thing
means
that
that
we
we
have
have
in
nothing.
common.
No, it means that it's another thing that me and Nicola, as a piece of shit couple in your head, can't even have.
We took that from you.
We can't even have our own anniversary now.
No, we decided, and we have two now.
Yeah.
We have,
So you have the one and then
So
our
if
one.
I forget the 30th, I can always.
So-
I'll know by you panicking.
If I put up on Instagram,
Yeah.
big happy anniversary to my beautiful wife, then you put it up as well. No, a big happy anniversary to my beautiful wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark's only a prick. And you probably would say something like that as well.
That's normally what I'd say.
So why, like, I can't have anything then at all?
No.
Jesus Christ. Man, do you want me beer?
No thanks.
You fucking, I wouldn't be surprised.
At the very end, when we came back from the religious wedding,
Yeah.
and obviously it was at that point then you could consummate the marriage.
Now you can finally.
Now we can consummate the marriage.
See, on the night of the wedding, you might not have known this. They were about 8 foot apart just looking at each
We
other.
were, while Noel was singing downstairs.
Noel was singing downstairs.
Because we knew we'd have to wait a week for Rome to sign off on
Of
it
course,
and make
'cause-
it right.
Lord above would turn in his own grave
What was
if he started riding without Francie.
What was a sin on the Friday night was not a sin on the Saturday night.
Oh, I'd say it was sinful enough now, though.
But it was considered.
I'd say there was a lot of stuff now that wasn't above board now,
your
Ray.
wife
Yeah.
and Nick and Louise
Yeah.
got their way into our house while we were away down getting the sign off from Rome.
Yeah, they went down the chimney like
and they left
Santi.
a sex box on the bed
Well,
with loads
yeah.
of rose petals.
You're very much minimalising it. They went in just to put a sex box in.
And there was balloons and there was streamers and all
Yeah,
that.
and
But
it
the
said
sex
just
box was like a full of,
What was in the sex box?
handcuffs.
Handcuffs was one.
What kind of sex do they think we'd be having in the marital bed?
Well, they thought that some of the stuff that you would be doing would be illegal. So they were like, someone's going to have to get arrested after this.
There was
So
baby wipes.
whichever one of you went too far, the other one then had said, you know something, that's disgusting.
Yeah, there was
I'm bringing
pregnancy
you down.
tests. There was baby wipes. There was bottles of Heineken.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. There was purple snacks. Is that if things got a little bit?
No,
if you're
because
hungry,
sometimes you do enjoy a purple snack,
Yeah,
even
okay.
after a ride.
right?
You do, you know what I mean? So they
Anyway,
went in
very-
and they
very
wanted,
kind and thoughtful
yeah,
of
they
them.
wanted to make it a big thing for you when you got back, that
Yeah.
you could have a proper marital.
Yeah. Well, what ended up happening?
I don't want to say, Ray, what it is,
What
because we all know.
What ended up happening was we had to clean up the rose petals first.
I didn't know what the fuck you were going to say. I didn't know what, when you said clean up there, Ray, I didn't know what to say.
I'd seen your face.
Did you see it?
I did.
I did not know what you were going to say.
Anyway, all of it was the best days of her life. Fair play
Yeah.
to everybody. Fair play to Laura. Fairness now for marrying me. She was absolutely gorgeous in the day. And my sisters, the bridesmaids, the
Yeah.
groomsmen.
Are you going to do another fucking speech now? Yeah.
All my family and friends.
You spoke very well.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
I don't remember much of it.
No, you spoke very well. A little bit off the cuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very well spoken, I have to say. So fair play to you.
And fair play to Brian McDermott, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, Brian McDermott and
Pixel Productions.
No, they're literally involved with everything.
He was last seen leaving the venue at 11 o'clock with a bottle of red wine under his arm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had it's unreal. Again, another man that when you're dealing with Brian McDermott, the calm in his head
Yeah.
puts everything at ease. Genuinely, it's the same as Vinny Higgins. You just go, these boys have it under control here. They're not going to be panicking.
It's great. It's a great day.
You know?
That's all the crack. That's all
Do you think? Do you feel different now?
Wearing jewellery is different.
Yeah, have you ever wore a ring before?
No.
Yeah, that goes about a month in, you won't even realise.
Won't
that.
notice it.
No, you won't. So
Yeah.
I always said I'd never wear a ring
Yeah.
because of the Harrison incident
Oh,
of
the Harrison
2016.
incident of 2016.
Whatever year it was.
Yeah.
Oh, scared the shit out of me. But do you know what? You
Stay
don't
away
even
from
know
the horses, lads.
You stay away from the horse boxes.
Yeah.
You don't notice it. Show me the ring on you.
There.
No,
I
mean-
love playing with my ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you always did.
I always like, and I like to watch other people play with my ring as well.
Oh, Jesus, man, you must have awful eyesight to be seen.
That's it anyway.
Yeah, no, but it
and
is.
fair play to Laura for going through with it all.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing about marriage is that divorce is legal in Ireland now.
It is.
And I mean, it really is a get out of jail free monopoly card for women
Yeah.
who are married to flutes like us.
Yeah.
Is that they always know in the back of their minds, I can walk away from this anytime.
And she'll get and she'll take half the P5 with her.
And that's she'll take half a P5.
P5 is the speaker system in the van.
But isn't that what love is
She'll
all
get
about?
2 bins and she'll get 2 tops.
You know,
So then what we'll do with the amp, because it's the one amp that powers the whole lot.
you can have it. I know you always love
You
that
take
app.
that amp. What use of the speakers with me?
Yeah, I know you always love that app.
Pride and joy.
You know, I'm not gonna. You don't have to react to this.
Yeah.
But next up, please God, and all going well, and if there's a Lord above looking down on us now,
Yeah.
he'll mind you on your next part of your journey.
Yeah.
Because this is it, like.
We'll get a house.
And you'll get a. Yeah. You're such a civil servant. You think the next part of your journny is a house?
No, in
which is
fairness,
true.
I knew you were angling at the hour.
No, but you don't have to say it because it's not right. Because the one thing I am very aware of is that it's not. This is the least straightforward part of it coming next.
Yeah.
So, like I said, please God, and if there is a Lord above and we can touch wood or whatever else, you cross fingers.
Yeah.
That the next part of your journey works out very well.
In the words of what to call them pair of lads from Australia, the comedy duo,
Flights to the Concords.
Flights to Concords. Yeah.
Yeah.
To quote one of their songs, "It's business time."
It's business.
You
time.
know, when I have my business socks on, that it's business
It's
time.
business time.
And it's going to be the best 2 minutes of your life.
And it is, and I mean this sincerely, Ray. I do mean this sincerely. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's amazing. It's amazing the mix that we have between genuine human nature and the way that we've set up societies.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it's so beautiful that if you do it right, or whatever, there's loads of different right and wrong ways. You marry the woman that you love, you set up a life with the woman that you love, and then that woman that you love creates other things that you love the exact same, if not more. It is fucking beautiful, and you're on that journey now.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best. And what a delight it was to be part of it.
Brendan's actually crying.
There's
there
no
now.
joke.
Yeah. Oh, it's no joke.
No.
Oh.
I mean it. It was, that last week was such a milestone for our group.
Yeah.
It really was. We were so looking forward to it. And of all the people that we've been, like, it was such a fucking milestone for our group to go up there and watch you get married.
I was most surprised Lisa Kendy. She only gave birth 10 days earlier.
The baby was about 2 hours old.
2 hours old.
And she was there
And
with
she
the baby.
was there with the baby strapped to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And him wearing a little pair of those headphones that lads do wear on tractors bringing in bales.
Yeah. That's fucking, it's, I mean, amazing. But that's how much it meant to everyone.
Yeah.
When Lisa fell pregnant and knew that 9 months later was your wedding, she was, as she said, I'll
have the baby early.
Yeah, I am going to that wedding.
Yeah.
And the day before, with the baby a couple of hours old or a couple of days old, she was in getting her hair and makeup done, the whole lot. And, I mean, looked beautiful as well. And glowing. And that's the thing as well. I mean, that you're going to see us. I thought, it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. I was talking to another friend of mine last night who was expecting a child.
Yeah.
And I was just, you kind of get that envy of, You know when you say to somebody, have you seen Breaking Bad? And they go, no. And you go, oh, I wish I was in your position.
Or to see it again.
Where I hadn't seen it, and to get that fucking buzz.
Yeah, I only got halfway through Breaking Bad.
Well, yeah, you want to go further with this one now, Ray?
Didn't enjoy. I kind of was like, I'm not feeling this.
You're taking it too literally now.
Sorry. I thought there was something in the bread. I was like, oh, what if you don't like Breaking Bad?
You know, a friend of mine last night said, oh, we went for our 21-week scan and we saw it, and I saw the face, and I was saying to him, like, wait till you fucking see the face.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot going on around us, you know, but wait till you see the fucking... When Nicola gave birth to Ali, did it by C-section, and they had a screen up to block off the openness of her belly.
Yes.
They fucking lifted this baby over the top of the tarpaulin.
And did they play the Lion King music?
But they lifted her over, and you just looking, and I swear to God, like a punch into the chest, you just go, fuck. You do. You just go, Jesus Christ, that's mine.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And I mean, I love the way we've set it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I'm so glad that we're all on it now. Brendan's ready to get out of it.
Brendan's finished. Brendan's the other side of the journey. Brendan's
He's
like,
fit to fucking
fuck
drop.
that.
He's fit to try. He's going, lads, you've no idea what's coming down the line.
You've no idea.
He fucking Egypts.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of parents out there. Look, I just think I think, and especially in the world we live in now, and not to go to the other way with this, but you know, you hear a lot of new societal norms of fucking, you know, well, polyamory is the way to go, and actually, like, women, you know, they don't have to have babies, you guys, like, and men are just misogynistic pigs. There's something beautiful when a man and a woman love each other very much and they come together and they create a family. It's fucking works. It's the unit. They called it a nuclear family or whatever they called it years ago. There's a fucking it is beautiful. I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm so glad that my friends around me now are a part of it as well.
No pressure at all.
No pressure at all.
Thanks.
No pressure at all. I mean that genuinely.
Thanks now. Sounds like there's a drop of pressure there.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. It doesn't work out for a lot of people. I also, not to end on a real bad note, but I mean, we'll finish out this. You've done...
Oh, I'm finished. Yeah, I'm all out.
I will say as well, because I sound like a prick, that I do also have friends out there who, it doesn't, and they try, and there's different ways of doing this, and there's, and it's a struggle for a lot of people, and, you know, families come in all shapes and sizes, right? Sometimes they don't come straight out of the box. And look at, you know, and they still are what they are.
We still have Sean.
And you still have Sean.
Like, I mean, we still have Sean. Like, I mean, what more do you want? The young fella, we got up this morning, right? We opened the door of the room. The cat came in, joined us in the bed.
No.
And then Sean came in and joined us in the bed. Can you imagine that insane? So we had a just married banner up on the wall, and it was me and Laura, and then the cat was lying there licking herself at the bottom of Laura's
Sean
feet.
was licking
and
himself.
Sean was sitting there in his boxes and t-shirt going, "How are you lads? Wait to hear about last night."
Fuck's sake! Do you know what? If that's not a nuclear family, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
That's
we have
the
it
perfect
all.
family. You have it all already.
Have it all there.
Forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. Fair everything I said.
Now, a couple of things that we do have to just talk about as well. As part of Sligo Live, folks, the 2nd of November is our next live show. 8 o'clock in Anderson's. You can find out all the details you need if you go to sligolive.ie.
Yeah.
And you'll see the Kendy Raybo, and you'll see the full programme of what Sligo Live is. Brilliant gigs on across the board. We are officially a part of it. We are working on a guest. We're about to send out some voice messages.
Instagram
some people. We're working on some guests as well. We were thinking maybe if we can get an old female in there.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a female in.
Yeah, just so we don't get,
just for the balance.
We don't want to get walked.
No,
we don't want to get.
The last thing you want, because I'd say we're one more male guest away from getting walked.
We are. We're about to get walked.
Yeah,
you just been walked.
Yeah, and the
walking. It's like the Taken film.
The students are back, you see, and they'd be the very ones that would walk.
Exactly. They have been told to walk.
Yeah,
yeah. They've been bred to walk.
They've been looking for something to walk out of.
Yeah, and we are the perfect fucking clientele for them to get to walk.
Yeah,
to walk all over us. To be walking all over us, right?
Walk of life. By the way, if you'd like to subscribe to our Patreon, you would get to see a whole hour of me sweating profusely.
I'm fucking sweating so bad.
It's so warm.
It's 20 degrees in Sligo today.
It's mad.
What the fuck? It's the middle of October.
I know.
I was vexed earlier on. I rang Nicola on a video call, minding me child. She's back to work. Reality sets in. She said, "Why you look so miserable?" I said, "It's the perfect golfing day in October. You never get this. You just never get this." And it was sickening not to be able to golf.
Yeah.
You know. A big fair play to Brendan flicking the keys clean off himself. And yeah, that's it. We're back.
We're back.
Two married men is all we are.
Two married men. You'll catch us every Thursday out in the podcast.
No.
The 2nd of November, the live show.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for just me, you'll catch me at Sligo's Got Talent every Friday night in the Garavogue Bar.
Now, Sligo's Got Talent every Friday night, folks. And you catch me every Wednesday in Maeve's.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
That's where we'll be.
Ray, congratulations and fair play to me.
Fair play to me too.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and Maeve's Cosy Front Lounge.